Hey everyone, it's Jason and welcome to another DC deck building unboxing. This is for DC Comics Bombshells. So this is crossover pack number 9. Crossover packs, in case you're not familiar, are just little tiny, about 30-ish card decks or so that get added into one of the other core sets just to add a little bit of flavor. Usually they recommend splitting the main deck in half, adding these to the top half, then reshuffling them. Just in that way you get them more often because they tend to work together. This is based off the Bombshells storyline, which was an alternate kind of like universe type comic where it presented the women of DC Comics going into World War II, so kind of the aesthetics, like the clothing, costumes, and stuff they wear. Now, there were also guys in here as well. It was just focused on the female lineup versus the male lineup. But it's definitely a neat little crossover. So this was currently was released during this video, was released part of the Kickstarter for the Injustice set. It will sort of hit retails later. And I say sort of because this current box, with how I'm looking at it, is a Kickstarter exclusive standalone box. The later set, if they re-release it, will be in one of the crossover packs, which is what they're doing now. They're re-releasing the older sets for people that had trouble getting them in sets of 3. So the first crossover, I think it's like some of the last 3 that came out, and it's like 5, 6, and 7. So it has those things: Birds of Prey, Rogues, and I can't remember what the last one is. I have them sitting right in front of me. Birds of Prey, Rogues, and New Gods. So then it was 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. Because then 8 was Batman. So this will probably come out later on. They had listed on the sale, come out later on in one of those big sets without this box. So if you don't ever see this actually in retail, because you'll have to buy it as part of the collection. So keep that in mind. If you haven't bought any of the stuff previously, you might want to wait on some of the crossover packs to see which ones come in which collector. Because they didn't release the first set with like 1, 2, and 3, and then 5, 6, 7. So I'm not sure what their plan is for the order of that. Alright, enough of me rambling about that. Let's look at what's actually in the box. Alright. So, yeah, this has a rule sheet here, of course. So we're going to have, just mentioning how, like I said, the top ones mentioning how you can mix them in there. It has a new rule concept, Bombshell attacks. Bombshell attacks are a special type of attack that have powerful effects to help you, the person playing the card, rather than harming your opponents. However, an opponent can stop you from benefiting these explosive effects by using the defense, where you play a card with a bombshell, launch its effect on all your foes, then start at the foe on your left, continuing clockwise. Each foe has the opportunity to defend. Once the foe has stopped the effect, no other players may defend against it. Only one defense is required, no matter how many players are in the game. So it's kind of a different idea. You can basically, it's considered to be an attack, but instead of it actually aiming and harming someone else, it helps you and works with your team. And on the back side of here, it's going to mention, if a bombshell attack is negated by a foe, you still get the effects, power, drawing a card, anything printed before bombshell attack. So they're only stopping the attack. Much like if you play a regular attack card, it only stops what comes after the word attack. Many of these cards reference attacks. Please note the first appearance attack on a villain is only considered active when they are revealed, and are also not considered attack cards unless they also have an attack part of their play. So when you reveal a villain, sometimes they do this and they say first appearance attack. Card clarifications I'm not going to worry about too much. The awesome people that worked on this game or from the company, like to just always definitely point them guys out. Then we're also going to get 2 extra things in here. So we're going to get for the Multiverse box set, which you can check out my videos on that if you'd like. We have the randomizer and the deck divider for that. Alright, now let's hop in and look at our characters. Let's start with our oversized one. Now, these are all foiled. I don't know if the later ones will become foiled as well, or if this was a special for this particular set. So I can't promise you on that either. So if you're looking for, because they didn't foilize a lot of characters so far. We have Wonder Woman here. Discard 2 different cards. Double the power of the next card you play in this turn. Use only once per turn. Oh, so that's kind of cool. So if you have 2 cards that aren't going to help you, you could gain a lot of extra power. So there's her foil. With the way they do these foils, I kind of like it because it's just foiling the background behind, like the background behind her, but not her or the rubble. But it also has that sheen over the entire thing, which is one thing I don't like. That does kind of make your cards bend a little bit. But I think that can be easy enough with just sleeving them with some good sleeves and then storing them. We have Zatanna. First time any player avoids an attack during each turn with the top card of your deck, destroy it, leaving it on top or putting it on the bottom of your deck. So there we got Zatanna. Oop. With a creepy face in the back. Trying to see, I can't really get these foils to always go the way I want. We have Mara. I love this outfit for Mara. So it says, each time you play a hero, choose a foe. That foe cannot avoid your next attack this turn. So that's definitely cool. They also have the neat little airplane aesthetic bombers up at the aesthetic at the top, the special font, which is kind of neat. We have Batwoman, who's Gotham Knights number 52, so a lot of references there. It's got the old school baseball look. Each time you play an equipment, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. If it is an attack, you may play it. If you do, return it to the lineup at the end of the turn. We're going to get Stargirl. At the end of your turn, at the end of each of your turns, if you gain 3 or more cards, draw 2 extra cards. That's nice. She's kind of got a neat background there. Just you can see it has like a solar system behind it. We get Supergirl. Each time you gain or play a card with a cost of 5 or greater during your turn, +1 power. Alright, so that's what we have for our different heroes. Our oversized character cards. Now, I think little theme sets like this are cool. I guess that's the question. Would you rather just have... this? I think it's a good way to introduce multiverse, or like What If, or the, not What If, they're... what are the DC equivalents? Elseworlds. Little booster packs like this, you do a little Elseworld stuff. It's, an interesting way to do that. Alright, then let's look at our main deck cards. So we have... some equipment. Now, this also, again, they have some cool aesthetic they did with the cards. If I can get this to focus for everyone. They have, like, the army-type print for the equipment name, plus the little bombardiers. They have, like, the stars ranking system down here for your VP. It's kind of cool. And then the bombshell for the crossover symbol versus just the typical oval that the usual sets have. Alright, so you have a little slugger. +2 power defense. Discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, put a bombshell attack card from your discard pile in your hand or draw a card. We have Cosmic Staff. Gain a card with the lowest cost from the lineup. Defense. Put this from your hand into play to avoid an attack. If you do, play it during your next turn. A card from your hand into play to avoid an attack. If you do, play it during your next turn. Okay, cool. So then you're forced to play it your next turn. That's still not bad. And then we have some more heroes or heroines. We have the Huntress. Bombshell attack. With the top card of your deck, draw it or destroy it. Defense. Discard just to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card. Maggie Sawyer. +1 power. Bombshell attack. With the top 3 cards of the main deck, add any number of them to the lineup and put the rest back in any order. The Batgirls. That really makes me laugh. So now, the question here is, are all of these referencing other specific characters? Or are they just a group of Batgirls? I haven't read the comic for sure. I was kind of looking like, sort of looks Huntress-like. She sort of looks like Supergirl costume. clearly like a different Batgirl costume on. So I'm wondering if these are all supposed to be other different heroes that are just kind of dressed up, or if it's just a team of Batgirls. I have to read the comics. If you know, let me know in the comments. +1 power, bombshell attack. Play the top card of the main deck, then return it or put it into the lineup. We got Lois Lane. Superman drops Bombshell. +1 power. Bombshell, draw 2 cards and discard a card. We got Catwoman. It's definitely a neat costume as well. A little cat pinning her hair. Bombshell attack, gain a card from the lineup. Dr. Kimono Hoshi, or Dr. Light. +2 power. Bombshell attack, +2 power. That's actually pretty cool. Do they play a defend, or do they have to worry about you getting 4 power during the turn? Then if you combine that with Wonder Woman there, double the power on the cards you play this turn. Usually once per turn. So there they have to, if they also, now you have 8 power, which will let you do a lot of stuff. We have Hawk Girl. The helmet's really cool. A little hawk jetpack instead of wings with the mace on it. +2 power, bombshell attack. Putting equipment from your discard pile into your hand. Unexpected but cool is we have Barda Free, or Big Barda. +2 power, bombshell attack. You may pay 2 less to defeat villains or super villains this turn. Now, I can't see the rest of her, but she almost looks like she's roller derbying. We have Vixen. Draw a card, bombshell attack, gain the top card of the main deck and put it into your hand. Raven. +2 power, bombshell attack. Reveal the bottom card of your deck and draw it. Repeat this process until you have drawn 2 cards that share a type your deck, or your deck is empty. And then Mary Marvel. So we're supposed to be Mary Marvel. Bombshell attack, double your current power and any power you generate this turn. That is sweet. So what's also neat about this bombshell attack ability is because if you, like I said, most games will tell you to like shuffle them like early in the top of the deck. If you mix these into any deck, regardless, anytime they come up, it's not going to be an issue because there's a few cards that reference the bombshell attacks, like some of the big characters did. For the most part, they play independent of themselves. Versus some of the other mechanics in some of these crossovers where if you don't have a lot of the same ones near each other, they're not going to be as effective. Alright, we have a couple new locations. We have Atlantis. Ongoing each time you're full of blades in attack during your turn, +1 power. And London. During the first time you play an attack during each of your turns, draw a card. We have some superpowers. Water control. Put up to 2 heroes from your discard pile into your hand. If there are none, +2 power. Heat vision. +2 power, you may play an attack from the lineup. If you do, return it at the end of your turn. Then we have some villains to fight. We have Whisper the Attacker, who I've never heard of before. +3 power, attack each foe discards an attack. So these guys, some of these guys just have regular attacks, like most villains do. Usually the heroes don't have attacks very often, that's why they have all the bombshell. But we do get the occasional bombshell attack on a villain. Harley Quinn, she's riding a missile. +2 power, bombshell attack, you may destroy cards in your hand or discard pile. Cheetah, bombshell attack, put a superpower in your discard pile into your hand. What's really also noticeable with these is +2 power seems to be the consistent number in these cards. We have Alexander Luthor, our first guy in this set. Flying the invisible jet. +2 power, you may put an attack from your attack card from your discard pile on top of your deck. If it's a bombshell card, you may put it into your hand instead. Poison Ivy, +2 power with a bombshell attack. Play a card from the lineup, then destroy it. If there's an ongoing card, leave it in play instead. Our other male guy, we have Hugo Strange. Defense. Discard this card to avoid an attack. If it's a bombshell attack, resolve the effects yourself. Otherwise, draw 2 cards. That's definitely fun. Then the last bunch are our super villains we get to fight. So here's the Joker's Daughter. Who has a bombshell attack. Put the 3 lowest cost cards in your discard pile in your hand. Ongoing defense. Discard this card from play to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card. The Tenbra Soldiers. Plus 3 power. You may destroy a card in your hand or discard pile. First appearance attack. Each player discards 2 cards unless they reveal an attack card from their hand. Oh, and our table is full. Let's switch out. We have Baroness Paula von Gunther. Plus 3 power. Foes do not avoid your next attack this turn. First appearance attack. Each player gains a weakness. Player with the highest cost card in your hand gains an additional weakness. Nearest. Plus 3 power and an additional plus 2 power for each attack you have in play or played this turn. First appearance attack. Each player passes an attack from their hand or discard pile to the discard pile of the player to their left. Each player cannot gain a weakness. The Titan. Plus 3 power. The defense. Discard this to avoid an attack. If you do gain a card from the lineup, put it in your hand. First appearance. Attack. Each player destroys a defense card in their hand or discard pile. Each player who avoids the attack gains 2 weakness cards. The Mechanical Gods. I'm not really sure what these are, but they look cool. You may put up to 3 attacks from your discard pile into your hand. If you choose not to, plus 4 power. First appearance attack. Each player destroys 3 cards in their hand. Getting towards the end, we have Killer Frost. Plus 3 power, bombshell attack, taking an additional turn after this one. First appearance attack, each player destroys the top 2 cards of their deck. And then, finally, General Feora, the opposite of General Zod, or counterpart, rather. Unavoidable first appearance. Attack, return all destroyed weakness cards to the weakness stack. Each player destroys an attack card in their hand unless they gain 2 weakness cards. Each player destroys an attack card in their discard pile unless they gain a weakness. Yeah, so what's really neat about this set, the bombshell effects are really cool. Add a little bit of extra different variety. Make defense cards a little bit better. Plus the hero side gain attack as well. So that's kind of a neat idea. A lot of low power levels. Again, lots of 2s. There wasn't any really high super power levels, but then bombshell attacks would definitely make up for that. Plus a lot of attack cards. Now this would be, I don't know what set this would necessarily mix the best things. Off the top of my head, I don't know what set has a lot of attacks, but that's the one would probably make this set even more powerful. Alright, so the last thing we want to show off in this set is there's Kickstarter exclusive cards. So if you pick this up in the Injustice set, you will get these cards. Or if you pick it up in this box, they will be included on there because it says contents, Kickstarter exclusives. So just keep that in mind that if you are buying this retail, you won't. If you buy this in the crossover pack or the big crossover box with other sets, you won't get these Kickstarter cards. If you purchase them just as a deck, someone just has them loose, make sure that you're getting the Kickstarter cards or not. Or if you pick this up, I would definitely, for sure, make sure that whoever's posting it, just ask, if you're getting this secondhand or checking out, make sure it has that Kickstarter exclusive listed on the back. Because it's very possible, even though they said this box itself is only going to be, I don't know how they come in the crossover box. So it's very possible that they come with these boxes just shoved inside. So just be careful. Make sure you know what you're getting. So for our Kickstarters, which will have the word Kickstarter listed on the bottom, so you can easily tell as well. So also if you see any of these cards floating around loose, loose sitting out in the middle of eBay or something, you're like, oh, where did that come from? There we go. So we start with Commander Waller. Plus 1 power for each attack you play during your turns. That's definitely going to be a powerful card in this set. We have some new heroines. We have Katana. +2 power, Bombshell attack. With the top 3 cards of your deck, destroy any number of them and put the rest back in any order. We got Batgirl. +3 power, Bombshell attack. You may gain a card from the destroyed pile and put it on top of your deck. And we got Black Canary. +1 power, Bombshell attack. You may put up to 3 cards from your discard pile on top of your deck. We also got an equipment card. We got Magical Bracers. +1 power and draw a card. Defense, you may discard a skill blade attack. If you do, draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards. And our final one is a new villain, is Ravager, which that is a sweet pirate Ravager costume. She has +1 power, Bombshell attack, destroy any number of non-attack cards in the lineup, refill the lineup. Alright, so that's what we have for the Bombshells crossover pack. So yeah, if you're interested, just definitely check it out. It's not going to be currently available in retail, so either you have to try and find someone that's selling it separate from the Injustice box set, so they ordered it in Kickstarter. Maybe they don't care about anything but the Injustice, but they got this anyhow. Or, pick it up, when it comes out in the crossover pack, hopefully sometime later in the year when they normally release everything else, but I can't say for sure on that timeline. Alright, see you guys later.